Hi.
Hi, Sophie, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Can I just say that you are absolutely fantastic in Ratched. Like when you came on the screen, I said she is giving me a performance of a lifetime right now on this show, and I'm here for it. Yes. So I wanted to know with Charlotte, what did you do to really prepare for this role? Because I know that you have a theater background, and at times I was like, I feel like I'm in a Broadway play right now. So I wanted to know what the preparation looked like for Charlotte.
Yeah, I mean, definitely the theatre stuff helps because it is quite theatrical. In fact, the sets and the way it looks is very heightened. So it like, I mean, most of us there are actually were theatre performers, so I think that does help. But I really just approached it. It was all in the script. The writing's really good, so I just approached it that each character was like separate, like different, and I made them just so when I'm playing Charlotte, I'm Charlotte. When I'm playing Ondine, I'm Ondine. I'm not thinking about being Charlotte. I'm just doing her, and I made each character have a big history, a big life outside, the scenes I was doing, and that's how I approached it. And then the thing was to make the switches very quick.
Great. It was great. One of the things that I do love about Ratched and with your character is that even though the series takes place like in the late 40s, early 50s, is that even though your character is a Black woman, we never focus on that. It's really about this disorder that Charlotte is dealing with. And I wanted to know, how did it feel portraying a character like that?
Yeah, you know what I think though with Ryan Murphy is that he just does the way he does things is he doesn't write his shows aren't like what would happen. He does what could happen. It's always expansive, expanded. It's drama, it's invented, it's theatrical. And so why limit ourselves into, well, you have to do it like this or you have to do it like that. And that's why it's so enjoyable working in his kind of group, because we get to like do things that most producers and directors don't let us do. And be characters that no one would have even thought of for us. So that's really, and so I really, yeah, I felt like you know her suffering is a human suffering, and I think many people will be able to relate to some parts of all the characters that suffered in some way in this. I mean, we might not all go to the extremes, but there are, I think people will relate to human suffering, whatever her disorder and her kind of fragmentation is something that a lot of people suffer from, even if they don't have multiple personalities. So.
Now, I want to ask you a question and just what your viewpoint is, because Charlotte comes in contact with so many different people who I truly believe to a certain extent, they truly care for Charlotte's well-being. They want her to be better. But do you feel as though that their own selfish interests have failed Charlotte in the treatment that she truly deserves?
Yeah, the treatment, I have to say, is quite barbaric.
Yes.
I wouldn't fancy going to that hospital right now.
You guys need to be closed down.
I mean, they meant well, but like, wow. I mean, some of those treatments were, whew. Maybe we'll look back though, and some of the treatments now we'll think, God, did we give all that medication to people? I don't know. Maybe we'll look back and have, other thoughts about things. But yeah, I think a lot of the characters, their heart is in the right place, but their actions are something else. I think that's true.
Yes. And just one last question. And it's going to be really vague, but for the personalities that your character has, is it based on some actions that Charlotte might have committed? How she gets the different personalities, is it based on an action that she might have committed in order to get a personality?
I didn't get that. I didn't really like. That's not what I got from like the writers. I didn't really. I think they were just. I mean, I'm sure the manifestations were something because they are part of her, so there must be some clue inside her. But there was nothing specific that I was told from the writer.
Okay. I didn't think that until the last personality, but I was like, maybe let me just ask. But yes.
Yeah, but yes, of course, the very last one is definitely without giving anything away. Is definitely she has to sort of take it inside her to kind of deal with it. You're right. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Sophie, so much for talking to me today. It was truly an honor. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.